The Chief of Defense Staff, General Gabriel Olonishakin, says the ongoing Operation Harbin Kunama in southern Kaduna has been successful so far. He was speaking during the commissioning of an auditorium constructed by the Air Force at its Institute of Technology in Kaduna State, northwest Nigeria. General Olonishakin says a large cache of arms were also discovered in the area.
The Air Force Institute of Technology in Kaduna State is responsible for training personnel in aviation and logistics management and the production of military hardware. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Gabriel Olonishakin, and his host, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, with other high-ranking officers, are here at the institution to open the newly built 1,000-seater auditorium.
This is in pursuance also of NAV constitutional roles and responsibilities of meeting the nation's defense and security requirements. To achieve this feat, training institutions such as the Air Force Institute of Technology that have been mandated to train engineers and logistic personnel must be provided with requisite facilities and structures to conduct such training.
The Chief of Defense Staff is excited at the contributions the center will add to solving Nigeria's security challenges.
I strongly believe that the audiovisual equipment and other modern facilities that have been installed in this auditorium will greatly improve the delivery of quality instructions and thereby enhance learning in the Institute. I therefore urge you to put these facilities to use in the most useful and efficient manner.
Speaking on the crisis in southern Kaduna, the defense chief says some progress is being made.
In that place, there are so many approaches to handling such issues, and all the various approaches have been exploited. The military, the political, the religious, all those approaches have been pursued vigorously. On the military side, of course, we have our troops deployed there to ensure that the issue is brought under control.
Meanwhile, the military incursion into the forest to fish out armed bandits is also yielding positive results. And the defense chiefs say lasting peace will soon return to the troubled communities.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Defense, Master Dan Ali, is calling for greater cooperation between Nigeria and Sudan as both countries hope to overcome their security challenges. According to a statement from the ministry, the minister, who recently returned from a 3-day visit to Khartoum, says stronger ties are needed, especially in the areas of procurement and production of military hardware. He thanked the Sudanese authorities for being good hosts to Nigerian troops in Darfur and revealed plans that both countries would soon sign an agreement to enhance cooperation between their armed forces. While in Sudan, the minister visited the Military Industrial Corporation of Sudan, that's the Essur International Company, which produces military equipment, and Yamuk Industrial Corporation, which also produces military hardware. The federal government is holding more consultations as it hopes to revive moribund projects in the mines and steel sector. The Minister of Mines and Steel Development, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, who has been visiting Akwa Ibom State, says the Aluminum Smelter Company of Nigeria in Ikot Abasiama will be revived to reduce the nation's dependence on oil. The state governor, Udom Emmanuel, appealed to the federal government to also take advantage of the large deposits of clay in the state to establish a clay refinery.
And we're here in Akwa Ibom to particularly investigate what is happening to Alscon. You have one of the major assets in the country here in Akwa Ibom, the Aluminium Smelter Company in Ikotabasi. And it's one of these legacy assets in our country that has been caught up in litigation, and the full benefit of that asset has not been realized either to Akwa Ibom or to the entire country, Nigeria, and the diversification agenda of the country is hinged on reviving these assets. Altcon in Ikotabasi, steel plants in Ajaokuta, cement plants in Nkalago, and ensuring that those who have taken over these assets in the privatization process are enabled and supported to live up to the dreams of our people.
So if a country can totally rely on the importation of goods and services, it means that country is rich and that country has money. So the money we're using to import, we can do a whole lot. So I just want to call on the minister to also have a look at setting up a clear refinery in Akwa Ibom. I don't want to ask for too much. Revive Ascom, give me clear refinery, the rest can go to other states.
The Forestry Research Institute of Nigeria says Nigeria's forest cover have been depleted to 5% as against the expected minimum value of 25%, which is recommended by global agencies such as the United Nations. The executive director of the agency, Dr. Adeshola Adepoju, said this in Benin City, the Edo State capital. The Edo State Governor, Godwin Obaseki, said the state is establishing a Forestry Commission to clamp down on illegal logging activities.
Also trying to follow a manifesto that you want to, as part of urgency, empower not less than 200,000 youth. We can partner with you in that area. Grass is part of vegetation, but forest cover is different from vegetation cover. But as a whole now, the entire country has less than 5%. Fortunately, Edo is contributing to the 5%. It's majorly Edo, Ondo, Oyo, Ogun, Cross River that contributed over 70% of these 5%. But as you said, sincerely, we are more excited.
What we decided and what we have done is to take out forestry and to create a Forestry Commission. And for us, it is important and urgent. We are not unaware of some of the untoward activities that are going on and threatening our forests. And as a government, we're going to fight back. We're going to fight back and reclaim our forests. I want to use this opportunity to sound a note of warning to all the communities around the Ogba Forestry Reserve. We are going to prosecute communities and leaders of communities who are currently encroaching on that forest reserve.